to my channel, and if this is your first time joining, welcome. I'm your girl Tamika, and it's totally Mika. So before we get into today's video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to leave a comment below. So let's get into today's video. So for today's video, I have two quotes for you guys. So the first one is the person who always says he is loyal is actually the most disloyal of all. Or the person who always says she's loyal is actually the most disloyal of them all. I do agree. Why I chose this quote is that I don't like when people they say that action is louder than words, right? So I can say things out of my mouth. I can say you're my friend, I love you, but then I don't mean it. I can say, hey, I'll have your back no matter what, but then when it comes for the time for me to actually have your back, like everybody else have your back except for me. So you will have that friend that constantly tell you, oh, I'll do this for you, I'll cross, I'm just exaggerating here, but I'll cross the ocean for you, I'll do this for you, I'll show when you want me to, and da, da, da. But then when the time comes, they're not there. I've been in position where people like, hey, I've got you, and then when you reach the point where I'm expecting for them to actually be there for me, they're not, and then I'm disappointed, and I'm like, why did you trust an imperfect human being? So I'm saying, if you have this type of friend, and not everybody is like that, who constantly say I am you're this type of person, or they're like, hey, I'm your best friend, or even if they're talking about themselves and they're like, I'm this kind of person, I care a lot about people, like, show me. I know there's this thing like, don't tell me that you love me, show me that you love me, because love is an action word. Loyalty is an action word also. At the end of the day, are you sure that you are really there for me? Don't say you're there for me and then when I check, you're not. Like, you know, so if somebody has to be telling you who they are constantly in order for them to build your trust in them, then you might have to like really, you know, think about it. I'm the type of person, before I form any friendship or before I get into any friendship, I always ask God to show me the type of person I'm dealing with, because people can pretend, and I'm telling you, I have people in my life like for years, and they pretend to be someone who I thought they were, and then when it turned out they are not that type of person, and I'm like, why are you disappointed? Like, you didn't bring this person to God in prayer, you just went and like, hey God, I got this on my own. So I've learned that over the years that it does not matter what I'm getting myself into, I need to ask God to ensure that this person is actually who they say they are, because we have a lot of persons who they can create the perfect picture of who they are. When I say the perfect picture of who they are, you're like, wow, you're a master artist. But then when it comes down to who they truly are, you realize that they're not who they said they were. So if you, as I say, if you have somebody in your life constantly pointing like, hey, I'm this type of person, I'm this type of person, you might need to think about this. Because you don't need to be telling me who you are over. I'm loyal, I'm going to do this over and over. Just be there. Because as I say, it's not, they have this quote where like, oh, it's not the person you talk to the most who's really there for you. It's like, it's a bond. So ensure that there's a bond, and it's just word. Yes, words are powerful, but in this case, like, it will mess you up mentally, right? And this is all about having a positive mental state. The next quote that I want to share with you is like, don't let someone dim your light simply because it's shining in their eyes. Guys, there's a reason why they make sunshades, and even if you wear glasses, like, there's actually something to put over your glasses. I should bring it in here, but I'm like, if you have if you have a talent, don't allow somebody else, because you're like, oh, we're friends, to hinder you from expressing, from building that talent. We know of the Bible verse where the person with the one talent went and hid the talent, and the person with more work until they build. And what did the master do? When the master came back, he took it from that one person and gave it to the person with the most. So it's similar to that. If you see yourself with a potential, if you see yourself with something, if somebody is your friend, they should push you, they should embrace you. They should not say, oh, why are you always up in the spotlight, why are you always doing this? I thought, no, you're my friend, you're supposed to be my number one cheerleader. You're supposed to be one of, or at least let me see, one of my number one cheerleader. So if you see yourself doing something, continue doing it, continue pursuing it. Don't allow, because of people, insecurity. I'm not saying that you're supposed to push up yourself in like, hey, I'm all this and all I'm that. But whatever God bless you with, ensure that you use it to your max to bless others. God give you certain talent because he wants you to help somebody else. And guess what? Your talent can help somebody else to discover their talent. So if someone say they're your friend, they should not stand in your way of achieving your goal. Like the few persons who I consider to be my friend, they're always like, hey, you can do this. Sometimes I'm like, but you guys believe in me more than I believe in myself. And that's the kind of friendship that you want. Not saying that you're not supposed to believe in yourself. You should have friends that they're there. They just want you to strive. They just want you to excel. They just want you to reach a higher point in your life. Because guess what? You can go higher and higher. We always say the sky is the limit, and it is. Like when you're on the top, you can bring people up to the top. So if you find that persons are in your group, they don't like, hey, you're doing a good job, I like that, whatever. Like friends are tough or a little praise or anything like that, this person. So if you see that you have to quit dancing, if you have to quit something that you truly love and truly passionate and you're truly passionate about because of somebody who you consider your friend, I think you might need to go back and do a checklist of what a good friend is. You need to, go back and say, is this person really my friend? Does this person really belong in my circle? Because some people need to be kicked out of your circle. You don't need to have a truckload of persons to go where you're going. I'm not saying you're supposed to step on anybody, but guess what? If you're not with me, then you're against me. So that's the end of this video. One, if somebody has to tell you that they're loyal, you might need to think about it twice. Loyalty for me is an action word. The other thing is that if you have to dim that bright sunshine, if you have to be like a star just because you're trying to keep somebody in your life, then I think maybe it's a time for that person to go, or it's a time for you guys to have a sit down discussion and ask like, what, like, so anyway guys, thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video. You got this. Peace.